to the programme. It is Darren with you until 12 o'clock today. 51552 to text, or you can WhatsApp 087 187 9200. It's Monday, it's the 18th of May, and it's 10:05 a.m. We have a very busy show this morning. We are going to be learning a bit of DIY from Declan Buggy of the Irish School of DIY. So get your questions into us now if you're planning on doing a bit of renovation, particularly coming into the summer months. 51552, or you can WhatsApp us 087 187 9200. I'm going to be talking to an Irish artist who has painted some of the most famous people in the world. Psychologist Pádraig Walsh will be here to help us with how to follow our gut and make decisions if we're feeling a little bit stuck. Happens to the best of us. Again, get your questions in 51552 or WhatsApp 087 187 9200.
Well, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, baby, and I've got the blues in my bedroom. Yeah, said it's 3 o'clock in the morning, baby. Yes, it is. And I've got the blues in my bedroom. You know my love come tumbling down. And my man could not be found. I tried to call you last evening, baby, and explain to you I was in my bed alone. Yes, I did. Tried to call you last evening, baby. And explain to you I was in my bed alone. But some woman answered the phone, and she said, Lynn, your baby's not at home. I wonder, will you be at work, babe? Ooh, I would have called you on the telephone. Said, I wonder, would you be at work, babe? Yes, I do. Or would I call you on the telephone? I would have come home from work one evening, baby, ooh, and find that you'll be gone. That's why I've got the blues, babe. Yeah, I've got the blues.
FM mornings at 10:09 a.m. Good morning. If you're just joining, welcome to the programme. 51552 to text, or you can WhatsApp 087 187 9200 or email darren@rte.ie. Before I kick off with what caught our eyes and ears in the news this morning, I have to mention, this day last week we spoke to Linda Dewgang and Baveen Parsons, and yesterday in front of a record 31,294 people, the Irish women's rugby team dominated Scotland from start to finish. A 54-5 win, locking in another third place finish and securing 3 wins in the championship for the first time since 2020. Congratulations to them. Amazing, amazing stuff. If you were there, let us know. What was the atmosphere like? I would have died to have been there. Couldn't make it, would have loved it. Let us know if you were. Now, the stories that caught our eyes and ears this morning. Well, over 20 million vapes sold in Ireland last year were not recycled, according to new figures. I particularly wanted to deal with this because I actually hadn't a clue. When it comes to vapes, I'm not a vapor myself. When it comes to them, I had no idea. Shamefully, that you can't just put them in a bin. You're not supposed to at all. So if anything, it's great to learn. They contain lithium batteries. I did know that, but I didn't know that you can't put them in general waste, right? Plastic and electrical parts which are not entering the recycling system in the vast majority of cases. Waste Electrical and Electronic Equipment, WEEE Ireland, has also warned they pose serious environmental and fire risks as it asked the public to never bin them. In the 20 counties in which WEEE operates, it found that just 6% of used vape and e-cigarette devices came back for recycling. It said in those counties, only 1.4 million of the 25 million vapes sold last year had been returned. Only 1.4 out of 25. WEEE said the actual figures were probably higher when other counties were considered, and because of the overall amount not accounting for illegal vape imports and unregulated sellers. The recycling scheme's chief executive Leo Donovan said its research shows low awareness of correct disposal for vapes, guilty, which are covered by a free e-waste and battery take-back system. So in case you wondered, if you come across a vape, one on the ground, litter, whatever, and you don't want to just throw it in a bin because you're not supposed to. If you want to actually recycle them, what you should do is remove the battery from the vape. So take it apart if you can take out the battery and recycle them separately. If you can't remove the battery, recycle the whole item. Please ensure the liquid tank is removed prior to being placed in the ERP or WEEE Ireland battery collection boxes. They can also be returned to stores where they were bought. Retailers are obliged to take back disposable, single-use, rechargeable vapes and or e-cigarette devices on a one-for-one, like-for-like basis in store or on delivery. And they can be brought to a WEEE drop-off recycling point or civic amenity site, and you can check those out, the location of those, on mywaste.ie. So if you want to do the good thing, the right thing, mywaste.ie for all of that information. A watchdog has found shocking levels of problems with holiday car hire. We're coming into the season, lads. If you're heading away and you want to book a car, listen up. The Consumer Watchdog has warned of shocking levels of consumer problems with car hire abroad, with over 40% of holiday makers encountering issues with their rental last summer. Myself included. I have a little story which I'll tell you in a second. The top issues identified in a survey by the Competition and Consumer Protection Commission were long wait times, hidden fees and the car not being as described. The watchdog is advising people to take precautions to avoid paying more when renting a car abroad this summer. The main takeaway from this is when you get the car, make sure you have a good look at it. You document everything about it. This is the beauty of having a smartphone. Sorry, I sound so old. The beauty of having the smartphone now is that you can take videos and photos on the spot to show exactly what kind of condition the car was in. Now, that's not the problem I had last summer. I'll tell you what happened to myself and my husband Mark. We went away to Spain. We had booked the car in advance. We had paid the deposit, and that we were getting it for, I think it was 12 nights. The deposit we paid, I think, was €400. Peak season now, so we did expect it to be expensive. We paid the deposit. I was, actually I'll get to that in a second because that was the kind of drama. We landed in Spain. We got to the desk of the car hire company. It was 11 o'clock at night. And when you're just like, could we just get into the car now and we knew we had an hour's drive as well. So could we just get this done? All the cases, blah, blah, blah. Queue up, get to the top of the queue, give our name, and the lad is like bish bash bosh on the thing. And when they're taking that little bit too long, you're like, there's an issue here. There's definitely something wrong here. He basically told us that we were not going to be given the car because the previous summer we had rented a car in France and we had got a parking ticket, right? Unbeknownst to us. It must have been left on our windscreen. We didn't spot it. So we obviously didn't pay it. So we had used that same car hire company. So the ticket was then linked back to the reg of the car we'd used, which was linked back to that car hire company. But they allowed us to book the car that last summer. So a new car, as in the next summer, we booked it with them. They took our full deposit and they didn't tell us until we arrived at the desk at 11 o'clock at night that they would not be giving us the car. There was no dealing with them. There was no, like, I was standing there, of course, then I was like, I'm 7 months pregnant. Please don't do this. Can you please, is there some way we can figure this out? He said, absolutely not. You're going to have to pay the ticket. We had no idea how to. Like, we had no email. Like, we'd been given the ticket on the spot. So it was just a complete nightmare. He then left the desk. He went in around the back and he failed to return. He basically just blanked us. He was like, no, not dealing with you. And we were the last people in the queue. So he was like, I'm clocked off. I'm done. I'm gone. So we were standing there. I'm there with tears in my eyes. Mega drama. And we have to get a car. So we had to go to a different desk, a different company, peak season, €800 on the spot to get another car. So you can imagine the hour drive, there was silence. You know when it's like, you shouldn't be mad at each other, but you are. We were just mad at each other. That it was that stage of the night where it was like, how has this happened? It was awful. So yeah, that's just one example of what can happen. So Grania Griffin, the CCPC's communications director, said the volume of problems reported was, quote unquote, shocking. Consumers planning on booking a car this summer need to be aware of the real and potential expensive risks. A summer holiday should be a time for rest and relaxation. Instead, consumers are being hit with long delays, unexpected costs and stressful disputes. Almost a third of holiday makers paid more for their rental car than they originally expected. Yeah, that was us. Listen, we didn't spot the ticket. It was our bad. It was our fault ultimately, but it also, the fact that they took our payment and then only told us on the spot that we weren't getting the car, it was just horrendous. And then we ended up only getting back, I think, €190 of, I think, 400 that we had paid for the deposit. So it was just, anyway, I chased it when I got home and I got some money back. So at least there was that. Anyway, 51552 or WhatsApp 087 187 9200 if you have had any car rental disasters abroad. A wealthy couple are looking for a nanny to get up in the night to deal with their son when he wakes. This is the headline here in the Irish Sun today. The pair are offering £50,000 a year for the successful applicant to live on site, working 12-hour shifts during the day. But at night, the employee will also have a baby monitor linked to the 4-year-old boy's bedroom. Applicants need at least 3 years' experience in a similar role. It is a permanent role with monthly pay to start ASAP. If he wakes, the nanny must tend to him so his parents can continue to sleep at their home in affluent Chelsea, southwest London. So this article is basically about, yeah, it is what it says on the tin. This wealthy couple, they're looking for someone, and the kind of, I guess the tone is that, oh my God, this level of privilege that they can do that. And we kind of got chatting about it here in the office. And of course, if someone can get a live-in nanny and pay them £50,000, of course that is a very privileged position. But it got us talking about childcare in general and how there can be a lot of judgment around it. Because we kind of thrashed this out. We're like, okay, hang on. Yes, it might seem like, and even the wording, to deal with their son in the middle of the night. These people could be in the medical profession, they could have night shifts and they simply can't function on sleep, and they were able to afford this, and so why wouldn't they? In order to get up and go to work and have a fully functioning family life, why wouldn't they do it? And it got us talking about childcare options in general and how there can be a lot of judgment and it can be quite divisive about when you send your child to creche, whether you send them to creche or not, whether they go to a childminder or a childminder comes into the house or family mind them. And there can often be conversations among parents where it's like, oh God, I could just never. This kind of backhanded insult, I guess. I would love to know your experiences with that. Are you someone who maybe has family members doing it and you're happy with that? Or maybe you're not, you've no other choice. How early or how late you've sent your child to creche. And if you were happy to do that, or if you had no other choice, 51552 or WhatsApp 087 187 9200, or you can email us there at rte.ie. We would love to know your experiences. Oscar winner Jessie Buckley's dad is now hoping their hometown will scoop the Tidy Towns honours. Jessie Buckley, we all know she hails from Killarney, and She has very proud parents, but it does seem they love to kind of let her shine and they stay in the background. But her dad, Tim, took part in a sort of photo call around Killarney Looking Good competition. Fully aware of the importance of presenting the town at its best, having grown up in a family hotel and worked in hospitality all his life, Tim is urging everybody to make a special effort this year to ensure Killarney is in with a shot of the top prizes. He would love to see the town he adores repeat its overall award success of 2011 or emulate Ireland's tidiest large town accolade in 2023. We just loved seeing him there. That photograph in Killarney. They just seem like the proudest parents, but I love that they're kind of like, no, we'll just let Jessie shine now and we'll just stay here at home and do our thing. England's World Cup stars are taking their own bedding to the US after complaints hotel mattresses are too hard. I think fair play. I think why not? If you're playing in the World Cup, sleep is so important and sleep conditions are obviously going to be so important, so why wouldn't you? England stars will be taking their own bedding to the US to help send Harry Kane's boys into World Cup dreamland. The FA will provide bespoke mattress toppers and pillows to guarantee quality sleep at the squad's base hotel in Kansas. Guests at England's base camp hotel in Kansas have complained of rock-hard pillows and beds with walls so thin that romps next door were audible. Not great. Meticulous team coach Thomas Tuchel has drafted in sleep scientists to help stars, including Harry Kane, get world-class shut-eye between games in the tournament starting next month. They'll bring comfortable bedding and blankets, while other sleep aids will help them nod off after late-night games. They're going to be getting custom-made sleep kits, so like eye masks that are custom-made so that they don't press against their eyes too hard. Why not, lads? When you think about the salaries they're on, I mean, that's the money you're dealing with. Why not? What do you need to get a good night's sleep? We want to know that as well. I actually am in that fussy. A decent pillow. And I am kind of a one leg under the duvet, one leg out type person. I don't need to be cocooned by any means. I kind of like to balance it out and have a bit of heat and a bit of cool. And just a bit of like, I don't need blackout blinds or anything. I'm quite lucky in that regard. But I know there are people who need their lavender spray, their eye mask, a 15-minute meditation before they go down. All of that stuff. What is it for you? 51552 or WhatsApp 087 187 9200. And lads, it might seem basic to talk about the weather, okay? It might seem like we do it all the time, but we do want to talk about it today. Yesterday, you may have noticed, well, yeah, you obviously would have noticed. Anyway, I was driving. I drove yesterday from Mayo to Dublin and it took a good 4 hours. There was a road closure on the M4 at one point and I actually met a lovely family in the car beside me. We were absolutely bumper to bumper and they put down the window. They were on their way from Sligo to Dublin for a concert and we had a little chat. It was, all the engines were off. Anyway, if they're listening, hello. It was lovely to meet you guys. They were going to a concert in Three Arena last night. I didn't get their names. Anyway, sorry. The weather, it was lashing rain. There were hailstones across the country. But Ireland has endured obviously a miserable weekend, but sunny spells are on the way. Unfortunately, the miserable conditions are set to continue into this week, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. However, the conditions are set to take a dramatic turn on Thursday as a band of high pressure moves in and ushers in a spell of warm and sunny weather, with one leading meteorologist predicting that the thermometer could rise as high as 25 degrees Celsius. Get the sun cream on. According to Cathal Nolan, climate scientist and founder of Ireland's Weather Channel, the good weather looks set to stick around as he reveals that the warm and sunny spell will continue until the end of the month and possibly into early June. If it didn't arrive in early June, lads, for Leaving Cert, we would be sickened. Issuing the glorious forecast in a video message, he told his followers that the good news is that from Thursday and Friday of next week onwards, it is as in this week, it is expected that our weather will settle down. We will see temperatures on the rise, getting up towards 20 degrees Celsius. Unbelievable. Even the early 20s or mid 20s, possibly by the end of next weekend, as high pressure looks set to build.
This record goes out to all you fake ass gangster baller bourgeois minded ass house niggas who forget they color. Put on a suit and tie, escape from the ghetto and don't never come back. Yeah, motherfucker, you can run but your soul can't hide. Deep down in the jungle where the crack dealers grow, niggas kill niggas for stepping on their toe. A girl is a bitch and a lady is a hoe. When anything go for a little bit of don't see, just get took by thugs and crooks. With the knowledge of a scholar, but they don't read books. Every day is a chance that your life might fade. So today is the date that you gotta get paid. Slang them keys, make them G's. Do what you want, what you feel, what you please. But don't forget where you come from, cause when you do that, you're done. Remember your niggas and bitches in the trenches and dig into your pocket for some figures. When you get it going and you got it going good, you better bring back something for the hood. Bring back something for the hood, motherfucker. Bring back something for the hood. Bring back something for the hood, motherfucker. Bring back something for the hood. L.A. County, what's going on? 1993, modern day Babylon. Peace to the niggas from the street and rest in peace to the others that's 6 feet deep. Welcome to the pool of the strikes where they strap, baby, straight. Come around, go around and get 8. Touchdown, slam dunk, home run, ain't none every since crack came, ain't no fun. Black cop, white cop, fuck the color of his skin, make sure he's shot. Escape from a jail cell, sprint away from hell, and all I want for Christmas is the Glock and some shells. Billy Boy takes the pictures, punk watch the Bernie, 5x7 of us who got out early. Tattletales get got and they get got good, so get the stool picture for the hood. Get that nigga for the hood, motherfucker. Get that nigga for the hood. Get that nigga for the hood, motherfucker. Get that nigga for the hood.
Them niggas ain't playing.
Them niggas ain't playing.
Them niggas ain't playing.
Them niggas ain't playing. Get that nigga for the hood. You must remember this if you're black and you're rich. When push come to shove, they'll take your shit. Martin Luther King didn't wear a diamond ring, but he had a team to let freedom ring. My homie Red Fox got played like blocks, pick 'em up, sticks, Jackson, hot shots, frustration, aggravation. There's no end to the situation, cause niggas need a place to meet, a place to sleep, a place to eat and rest their feet. But nobody really even gives a fuck. That's why so many niggas is Mackie stuff. You're claiming a hood, but you don't back it up. Fool, and when they catch your ass, they gonna fuck you up. So when you get it going and you got it going good, you better bring back something for the hood. Bring back something for the hood, motherfucker. Bring back something for the hood. Bring back something for the hood, motherfucker. Bring back something for the hood. Bring back something for the hood, motherfucker. Bring back something for the hood. Bring back something for the hood, motherfucker. Bring back something for the hood. Bring back something for the hood, motherfucker.
Mornings, we got a text in here saying, Darren, if I have any piece of advice for renting cars, always get the full extra insurance cover. I always used to take the bare minimum as I'm a good driver. Once though, I came out of my hotel and the entire side of the car had been keyed. Oh, what a sickener. It's not even something you've done. Who would even... Anyway, €3,000 and 1 million hours crying later. Never again. That has made me... Oh God. Oh God, I would be a bare minimum person as well when it comes to the insurance with stuff like that. So thank you for that story. I've been shocked into getting more insurance when I rent a car. Keep the text coming in 51552 or WhatsApp 087 187 9200. We'll be back after this.
2FM Mornings with Darren Garrahy.
On the streets of LA, I'm going out, been hanging around the house all day. So I'll take me a shower just like a big daddy. Stop at the Arco, put some gas in my caddy. On my wheels, shine up my Daytons. Check my 12 gauge, I see Jack is just waiting. Got it in my car, rolled up the tinted glass. Look for my Zap tape to pop in my dash. Can't find it, forget it. Went under my seat, found my old 5 tape of the song Knee Deep. So I popped it in, then I pumped it up. Love hearing funk because disco sucks. My body got chills when the Vegas started pounding. I took off because I'm going to town. It won't be back till morning, don't have to go to school. Better get ready, I'm finna act a fool. But wait, hold up. What's up, man? Now I'm on the move, got $1,000 in my pocket. Reach for my phone, plugged it in the socket. Heard a dial tone, so I dialed up Aladdin. He answered the phone and said, what's up? I said, what's happening? I said, what's happening? He said, I've been trying to get in touch. The party's in Watts. I said, I don't give a fuck. If you wanna roll, just wear neutral colors. If anybody asks you, just tell them you my brother. Stop at the store to buy me a Cisco, a 40 ounce and some crackers by Nabisco. A pack of Dentyne, then I pulled out a 10 and said, fuck it, Super Socko and gin. I'm finna act a fool. Now I'm driving down Compton on my way to get a Latin. Feeling like a pimp till my tape started dragging. It's an old tape anyway, it ain't no thing. Pulled it out and slapped it Dana Dane. Got to Aladdin's house and I honked my horn. He said, when we coming back? I said, 6 in the morning. So I got in the car, looking half dead. So I gave my Cisco and took the 40 to the head. Now I'm feeling tipsy and I'm headed for Watts. But wait, what do I see sitting at the bus stop? Sexy Susanna had a butt that kills. Pretty long hair, but they say it's not real, Aladdin yelled. She threw a rock in my glass, so I got out my car and drop kicked her ass. I checked out my window, everything was cool. She was lucky I was nice and I didn't act a fool. We finally arrived at the party, drunk as a jerk. Got out my car, pressed the clip so the alarm would chirp. After that we made our way, I tried not to fall. Couldn't walk a straight line if they let me crawl. Got to the door and what spots my eye? My homeboy Mr. Prince and he's smoking some ties. So I stumbled his way and said, hey, Pastor J. I took a hit, then I hit for my mouth spray. This girl asked me to dance, but I told the whole notes. Cause she was on my dick cause of my big gold rope. But as soon as she got offended, that's splendid. Before she starts something, I'll just slap her and end it. Cause I feel like a gangster and I just don't care about a girl with fake drag, fake eyes, fake hair, fake clothes, fake nails, and all that fake jewelry. All she wanna do is tell her friends that she screwed me. I get nutty, act a fool when I want to, run up when I'm drunk, and I just might punk. You take your car, your wife, keep talking your life, beat you down like a down and have you smoking a pipe.